Yeah,
I am going to lots of events.
good.
I just don't keep up with them. I stick them in my diary, and then uh, I'm having a coffee with somebody tomorrow. Uh, I've got business breakfast on Wednesday,
Awesome.
which should be quite good. I've made a link with an IT company down in Sidmouth.
Hmm.
They seem really nice. I'm still trying to work out what they do. Um, yeah, so
Cool.
but
Okay.
they're quite small, and they said, "Oh yeah, if we get any work in, we'll chuck it your way."
Hmm. Awesome.
That's good.
Yeah, absolutely. So ultimately, the blog, like the where you're at now, is you have a lead magnet. You have a good quality lead magnet. You've got a
Right.
blog post, or at least in the hopper, and then you got a Facebook ad. So yeah, you want to be running the traffic on that. That should bring some quick opt-ins and stuff like that. Like that's an automated way of getting some leads. So yeah, you want to execute that this week. In terms of
Okay.
the blog posts, yeah, you want to be like at least once a day finding any groups that you can promote that in. So again, you go on the Excel document, for instance, that I sent you, and
Yeah.
you put in Wednesday, filter Wednesday, or Tuesday, and you just see which groups are available.
Okay.
And so that, because that brings you organic traffic. Like you post the advert, like the blog post, and you can do two things. You can post basically a version of your Facebook ad, so that
Yes.
graphic and a link to the
Uh-huh.
landing page, and that's a very specific sales call to action. And then you can also
Right.
post your blog post, which within the blog post also has the call to action.
Yeah, and I have done that. If you saw at the bottom, I had the ad basically as well, and
Yep.
also a link saying if you'd like to do this, then click here.
Yep.
So
which is,
I've
which
got
is
both.
really good. Which is really good. So yeah, you want to basically get as many impressions on that as possible this week,
Okay.
through Facebook and through LinkedIn, and that's basically
Okay.
by putting it out on your newsfeed as a post, and also then specifically in groups, because you don't have a lot of
Yeah.
immediate network that's entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Um,
I've got like three people on my Twitter account.
Yeah, that's it. And I'd focus on LinkedIn and Facebook, like as in those two are going to have the quickest penetration for you. But that'll get you like mixing Facebook ads plus those posts into groups particularly, and both types. So the blog plus the Facebook ad, like a version of the Facebook ad.
Yeah.
As a social post. So again, you put the image in, you write a little bit of blurb of text, and
Mhm.
put those in. That will bring some traffic. So that's quick wins. Um,
Sorry, say that again. I fogged over. Sorry.
so the so the blog post and the Facebook ad that you've created, you want to put into as many Facebook groups as you're allowed within their rules. So um, and you can post both. So as in the blog post is one post, the ad is another. Both have a different message. The blog post offers value. The ad is promoting you. And
Okay.
and basically, so if you are running your Facebook ads at like £10 a day, say for 30 days, plus you're doing 3 posts a day of your blog and three
Yeah.
posts a day of a version of the Facebook ad,
Yeah.
um, then that's 6 of organic plus the $10 a day, £10 a day of your traffic. So those
Okay.
three things should bring you a bit of a flow of leads in an automated fashion. All it requires is you to be finding those groups and posting them um, each day. So that's like your first out of the gate. Have I done my 3 posts?
Yeah.
And have I done my 3 things? And you might want to most posting of that kind is most successful either first thing in the morning or lunchtime. But yeah, if you ideally can do those posts between about 7 and 8 in the morning, your time, you'll tend to get the best reach.
So lunchtime about 12:30, twelve
Yeah,
fifteen.
yeah, that's it. That's the lunchtime point. Is that sort of point? Um, and that will, as I said, get you some quick traffic. The other things that you can do for quick leads, so you've got your Facebook ad out, you've got your organic posting, you're got your video on your website, etc. The rest that you can do is you can do so you could have a daily target of a number of calls that you're going to make. So 10 by 10, for instance, so that you cold approach 10 local businesses. And those lists are really easy to find, but you would basically bring up Devon Council, because I know that there's a list on the Devon County Council, and it'll give you a list of small businesses in Devon. So they've got big ones of like 250 plus employees, and then the lists of the smaller ones get smaller. But that's a calling list, and that is straight cold calling, and you don't know who the director is. But in terms of quick win, that's a bit of hustle. So some things like Facebook ads cost money. And cold calling costs hustle, like costs a little bit of hustle and a little bit of time. But those calls would literally be something as simple as, "Hi, I'm Phil Gibbons. I'm running a complimentary audit for lead conversion at the moment, and I wondered if you'd like to see if you might be eligible for that free audit." And so you're doing a push-pull there, because the eligibility doesn't mean you're actually giving it to them for free. They then have to respond with, "Oh, okay," but you have opened up that it's around leads and sales, that I'm doing a 16-point audit for leads for local businesses, and I've only got 10 spaces. I'd like to see if you'd be eligible. Would you like to take 5 minutes just now? And so that sort of question, and again, I'm recording this now, and I'll send it to you, but that sort of opener is really friendly, but also then gets you some quick wins, and getting people to say, "Yeah, I'd love you to do an audit," and then you can take the process forward.
One of the things, so you asked me whether I wanted to niche down, and I think this sales particularly applies to your kind of model of business coaching, business to business coaching. And I think that's probably where I'd niche down right now, if I wanted to niche down further.
Yeah, I mean,
there are a lot of small companies like one-man bands and stuff that this would be really valuable for.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's probably not just business coaches, but it's like independent training providers, all that sort of thing. Like anybody in consulting, like as in freelance consultants, etc. And yeah, you can easily sort of find lists of those people. You could even this sort of stuff, like Steph, your friend Steph.
Yeah.
Needs this sort of thing, and so do other therapists and coaches. So it's not even just business coaching, it's anybody that would have a sales landing page and then isn't an IT person. They're running a small business, they don't really want to worry about their own IT. So yeah, it's those sort of people. And again, you could ask Steph where you could find lists of therapists and what groups she's part of, because again, anybody in that space is they're never going to spend millions with you, but they're certainly your target market because they do not want to do their IT.
Yeah. And I'm just looking to get off the ground at the moment.
Yeah,
build up, get some experience as well.
So the Facebook ads and the promoting of your blog posts and that sort of stuff, that's kind of like passive action, like as in it automates, it brings in a result over time, etc. And in terms of getting a quick result and hitting your July target, how do you feel about doing something like a goal of 10 by 10 and going, I'm just going to do 10 calls first thing in the morning and just get some momentum with it?
10 by 10. What do you mean by 10 by 10?
I
So
don't.
I got the 10 calls.
10 calls before 10 o'clock. So it's like your win.
Okay.
And also just making it short and sharp, like as in you get in, get out, you've done your 10, and you don't take a whole day to research one company and all this sort of stuff. It's sort of, I used to do this a lot where when I was running my various businesses, I always wanted to do a little bit of business development every day. And even in the busyness of everything, if you stop doing biz dev, you have troughs and peaks. So because you win some work, then you have to go find some more, and you win some work, and you got to find some more. So 10 by 10 was a really easy way of me going every day. I just have to do within the first, like that hour, 9 till 10 calls. And sometimes I'll get 3 good things and sometimes I'll get none. But that for you will generate a quicker result. It just means that you're putting yourself out there and going, sometimes you will get people going, no, it's not for me. And you just move on to the next one. And you know that you're one step closer to someone that'll say, actually, I could do with some more leads. And yes, I'd be interested in having an audit.
I think this would be good for me because I already bought the idea of cold calling. That comes from being on the other side of it. But yeah, no, I think it's a valuable sales tool, and I need to learn to use it. And it's double. One, it's the cold calling, and 2, it's the fact that I'm actually going to have to poke my head above the parapet and say I'm actually in business now.
Yep, absolutely. And it's a really good stretch for your comfort zone for that sort of stuff, because again, it does put you just a bit outside of it. And again, you can replay what I was talking about earlier, but it was pretty much you're calling them up and you say, so if you and I were doing this now, hi, it's Matt Browett from Mr. Gibbons IT. I'm actually just calling up because I'm doing an audit at the moment, a 16 point audit on lead pages and conversions. And I wanted to give you the option of accessing that. Would that be something you might be interested in knowing more about? And it doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to over pitch it, but something informal like that will work really well. And you can even add scarcity of like, I've got 10 spaces over the next 2 weeks to do these audits. Would you like to know more about whether you could get a free one, whether you'd be eligible for a free one? And that's where you then just ask a few questions of, are they the owner of the business? Are they directly responsible for lead conversion? Do they have an opt-in page? That sort of stuff, like just small little things. And then boom. So that would be, I don't want to add too much to your week, because you want to get your marketing happening, your automated marketing happening. And that just plugs it. Plus you've got your networking as well. So again, when you're at the networking, you're doing the same thing now of going, actually, I have a 16 point audit that I do for business owners, and they might be a business owner, or you're now asking, I wondered if you knew, I've got a few spaces in the next few weeks. I wonder if you knew anybody who runs a business that might like a free audit, and trying to actively get referrals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Yeah.
So then you've got 4 things this week that are all focused on generating leads.
One of the, being the futurist, I'm a little bit concerned about the the follow-on, and I don't feel like I've got my core products in place yet. Is that going to be a problem?
Not too much, but ultimately that doesn't surprise me. Like, as in, you've got your $25 stuff down pat, and when we last spoke, I did suggest that when you do your audit, you do a much bigger fact find around, so what other pieces of IT do you use, and how is that for you? And you're trying to uncover as much pain as possible, because there's, as soon as you can start a dialogue, you basically go into detective mode, like the investigating Sherlock Holmes. I'm going to find some clues and some pain here. And once you get that form of a dialogue, you will see opportunity. So as in, it's very hard for you to sit here right now and go, I'm going to do this. But if you're talking to an entrepreneur and they're like, yeah, like I did the other time, my calendar doesn't really integrate with these other things, and that's just annoying. That's just frustrating. And you getting that sort of stuff, you're like, well, actually, I know you, and so you do your audit, you present it back, and you say, I know when we were speaking, you had this, and this pain. That's actually something I could solve for you. What about we spend a few minutes just talking about how I could make your life easier and make it more productive? So you don't have to necessarily design your product just yet.
Okay. You
can use your lead magnet as the ability to start talking to your market and finding out what they really need, like what they would pay £300 for. Because when you present back your audit, I would also strongly recommend that you go in with a, and I said this before, a higher price. Like your audit is so good that I wouldn't necessarily try and just sell your $25 item first. I would actually go with a higher end offer, something at a few £100. And then if they don't say yes, you say, and you have your downsell. So if they don't automatically say yes, and like, let's do that, etc. When you send them the audit, like a physical copy of their audit, on the audit page, have the promotion there saying, and for $25 we can do this, because that's it's like having a net, like two nets. The first net catches them, and then a finer net underneath catches them, and that process will probably bring out a larger average customer order for you than trying to go in at $25 and then sell up. And it's just because you've actually created a really good lead magnet. So I think you've got that ability to uncover some pain, work out, okay, well, how could I make that work for them? Present back the solution, and then do that. Any questions?
No, I think that's really good. Okay. I think that's brilliant. I'll let you go to bed.
Cool. So
it's going to be a really busy week. I'm really excited.
It is. Well, I'm excited for you. Like getting that video shot, getting that up, getting the Facebook ads happening, or all that sort of stuff, and then the regular blog posts, the 10 by 10 plus then the active networking, all of those things. You've got a hustle week going on, and just remember, when you're going out there and you start getting some audits, use them as a chance to uncover pain.
Right.
And basically from that, design solutions that solve their pain. Like you've priced something for me for £150 that's based on some stuff I just need doing. They will have other things and more that they'll just need doing, and you need a few of those to hit your result. So what was your good, better, best in terms of the revenue for this month? Where does it start where I can celebrate with you? Like, where does it start where I can jump out of my chair and go, hell yeah, Phil, you did it. What's that number?
$3,000, I think.
$3,000, which is
that's probably. It was interesting. I'm going to see I'm on this trial course for depression.
Yep.
Everything I've gone through, I'm just trying to sort it all out. And the guy I was talking to him about this, and I don't look at targets in the same way as other people. Mm-hmm. As long as I've done my best, if I don't hit the target, I don't care, because I will hit the target because I'm moving in that direction. And I look at it completely differently. I'm not so driven. I've never worried about celebrating targets. Mm-hmm. But so I was, so $6,000, $10,000 was my targets to celebrate. I'd really like to bring in the NEU. So that will be about, I think that could be about $2,000. So if we said $2,000 will be the base, that would be a celebration. I could bring in the NEU then.
Cool. Yep. So if you can bring, and again, if you bring in $2,000, things starts to change for you quite quickly then, in terms of having some cash flow and the ability to do stuff. But when I know when we started out, you had like 800 a month was where you wanted to get to. As a start. So that's in 3 months, that's 3,200. So that $2,000 is a big way towards that. 800 a month, again, that's again 3,200. And again, if you get even more than that, then we're doing really, really well. So let's aim at getting you those two, minimum of $2,000, hopefully 3, 6 to 10, if we can get that, as many of these leads. And the tipping point for you is this week. So the more of the activities that you do this week, you need at least a week to 10 days to close a sale. So what you do right now means that you have the time at the end of the month still to convert them and get an invoice out the door and all that sort of stuff. So that's why you need a bit of hustle.
Yeah. Well, I'm hustling, as you can see from last week.
Absolutely.
I'm struggling with video. I'm struggling with video. So what I was thinking was I can always add the video.
With the video, you could just make it really simple. And what I mean by that, because people will engage with you, and that there's moving sort of people on the page, and so you could literally just go, "Hi, my name is Phil Gibbons. I solve your IT headaches." Nothing more. And then you link to the audit, and so you go. So that's the first piece, and then the second piece is I help entrepreneurs and business owners in wherever. Like I help entrepreneurs and business owners, and at the moment, I'm running a free audit, a 16-point and you just literally, you could read it off your screen almost. So you've got your landing page in front of you, and you go, I'm Phil Gibbons, I solve IT headaches, I help business owners and entrepreneurs, but like in your own thing, and then just the wording of the audit, and it's 30 seconds, and it's done. So in terms of your minimal viable product, don't overthink it. Don't try and do the whole pitch. Just that, and that will increase your engagement on the page to get your people sort of opting in and going, oh, hang on, there's moving and there's sound and okay, there's stuff happening. Oh, okay, I'm an entrepreneur and there's a 16-point. Okay, cool. So good luck.
Great. Okay, brilliant. I'll get that sorted today then, and I'll get the Facebook ads was the only thing that I was really waiting for.
Yeah. So you work Monday to Thursday. So across the week, just let me know how you're getting on. Let me know how you're getting on with your calls. Let me know how you're getting on with your posts into the Facebook groups, your organic stuff. Let me know how the traffic is starting to take off for your Facebook ads, etc. But just keep me in the loop as to how you're getting on. Because I want to be like I did last week, going boom, keep smashing it out. So keep it up, buddy.
Okay, thanks, mate. It's great to see you. Love to Rosie, and I hope you get some sleep tonight.
Yeah, thank you very much, buddy. I'll catch up with you soon. See you on Thursday night.
Yeah, take care. Bye.